Alright, what is up YouTube? Today we're gonna do a video. It's gonna be a little different. Just to, be different, try something different. Plus the psalm is really short. So first, we're gonna do our Bible study. Then we're gonna go over like how to do different types of rows. And no, I wasn't creative enough to do something like, I don't know, Jesus crossing the Sea of Galilee, the disciples rowing a boat, and now we're going to do rows with the weights. That would have been too easy. There's no connection at all between this psalm really and rowing of weights. But it's the next psalm, so that's what we're doing in order. And just looking at how, this is 7 verses long, Psalm number 11. So we'll do that, then we'll do some rowing with bars over here, and then some, one arm stuff over here. It'll be pretty cool just to go over some details. I haven't really done a instructional video in a little while anyway, so why not? Plus I've got some new subscribers who probably didn't even know I did that. So yes, I'm going to teach you how to row better. But first, Psalm number 11. In the Lord put I my trust. How say you to my soul, flee as a bird to your mountain. Okay, that's a funny illustration there. We're trusting in God. In the Lord I put my trust. How say you to my soul, flee as a bird to your mountain. So I see a temptation to run away from your problems, but at the same time we know our trust is in God. But what's he running away from? What's the big deal, right? Verse 2. For lo, the wicked bend their bow, they make ready their arrow upon the string, that they may privily shoot at the upright in heart. So the bad guys are wanting to take out the good guys, right? That's kind of an age-old storyline. I mean, every good movie is good versus evil, and at the end, good always beats evil, and yet we still keep going to the movies, right? And I know there's different other things going on in the movies and trying to make the evil people complex and complicated and misunderstood and sympathetic and the victim and whatever. How wrong does wrong have to be before you say it's wrong? Just move on already. Now, here's an issue. If the foundations be destroyed, what can the righteous do? Foundations of what, I guess? We always worry about the foundation of our society and all this kind of stuff. Well, our society, call it that, they come and go. But what is something that is bedrock, that stands forever, that won't go away? Of course, God, his word. So let's be reminded, verse 4, the Lord is in his holy temple. The Lord's throne is in heaven. So God will not be shaken. His throne, his temple, where he rules and reigns, will not be shaken. Now, don't let this verse distract you or confuse you that maybe somehow God's way over there and we're way over here. Go back to verse 1 so you can kind of see, well, we're trusting in God, but maybe we sometimes feel like he's distant. Again, don't trust your feelings. Trust reality. He's distant, he's not here, he's there, and so on and so forth. But that's not true. God is here. God is seeing everything, because he goes on to say, his eyes behold, his eyelids try the children of men. So heaven isn't a place where God stays distant and far away. Heaven is a place that allows him to see everything and sort of observe what's going on, because he sees it all, he knows it all, he is everywhere in all things. So he's looking. Here he goes, verse 5, the Lord tries the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth violence his soul hateth. So again, a good reference here to something God hates. Wicked people that love violence. All right? Upon the wicked he will rain snares, fire and brimstone, and a horrible tempest. This shall be the portion of their cup. The cup analogy, I like that. Because what happens to Jesus, in the garden? He's, Lord, let this cup pass from me, nevertheless, not my will, but thy will be done, because we know Jesus was here to do the Father's will. He was here on a mission from God, not for all these other silly reasons people throwing out there and all the dopey he gets us nonsense on the commercials. None of that stuff. It's bigger and deeper and broader and way beyond anything that they're trying to promote. It's kind of ironic that they're trying to make it more, but they're really making it less. Anyhow, this cup, well, what really comes out in Revelation, the cup graduates to a bowl. There's a bowl of wrath that will be poured out. So what are we trying to do? We're trying to spread the gospel. We want people to avoid falling into that sentence, that cup. We want to preach the gospel and hope people repent and believe. That's the ultimate goal. So we know what God hates. What does God love? For the righteous Lord loveth righteousness. His countenance doth behold the upright. What did Jesus say? If you love me, keep my commandments. What does John say in 1 John? Those who do not love do not know God, for God is love. Beloved, let us love one another, for love is of God. And he goes on to even say, if anyone says he loves God but hates his brother, he's a liar. So there's a very clear distinction here of what love looks like, what love is supposed to be, and again, we blurred that line so many different ways from Sunday, and it's terrible. But at the end of it, God has things and types of people he hates. God has things and types of people he loves, and it just is what it is. And I know that's not popular, but it's truth. And truth and love, well, where's the love in that? You don't have to stay in the category of what God hates. You can repent and believe the gospel. If you don't, you've been warned. I mean, look, here's the thing, truth and love. People want to separate those things somehow. Like somehow being truthful is mean and being loving is nice. But that's not the truth. What's the opposite of truth? A lie. Okay? So, are you telling me that I'm supposed to be a loving liar? I mean, is that what we're really trying to say with that? Or that the only way to be truthful is to be mean? Yeah, that's just the whole nonsense. Me being truthful is loving. Because if I lie to you in the name of love and watch you continue on your path to hell, you're going to get really upset at me when you stand before God and his throne and say, that guy never warned me. He said I was fine. Why? Because I was being nice, right? No, I want to be honest. I want to be truthful. And if that's not good enough, so be it. Because guess who I'm answering to? God, not man. So if he says what he says in his word, that's what I'm standing on business. And that's the end of it. So, cool. I hope that helps somebody. Let's do some rowing. We've got these couple bars here. I'm going to do my fancy editing. Watch. I'm going to walk over here, grab the camera, pick it up, turn it this here way so that we can see that I have a barbell loaded with some weight and a trap bar loaded with some weight. So what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to take the barbell, and with the barbell, what we have to remember is you want to grab it, and of course I'm about to do that, and when your hands are facing down, that's called pronated grip, and we're going to walk the bar out just a little bit. Pronated grip, you need the bar to be a little bit wider than your body, and there's several different places you can put your hands, and they're all right. So you back it out, tight core, deep breath, hinge at the hips, get the bar down to about your knees, and pull it up into your stomach. Like that. Now, the trick is, your hands are for holding, not for pulling. Pull through your elbows. That way the lats get the proper kind of squeeze. It really allows you to pull your shoulder blades together and get everything back here moving the right way. A lot of times, I mean, look, I could do this with just my hands, and it turns into a bicep exercise real quick. You're trying to get the lats moving. I hope you can, maybe I'll do it sideways. Look, this is pulling with my hands. I mean, how much is my back moving? But but get those elbows into it. You see how much that back just rolls around like that. That's the muscle you're trying to work. So that's this way. Trap bar, because it's made the way it is, it's going to be same but different. Now your hands are going to be in a neutral grip. Instead of being slightly in front of you like with the bar, they're going to be beside you. Again, in a neutral grip. And this will allow you to, I'll move over here so you can kind of see. See, now my hands are beside me instead of in front of me. And you do the same thing, you know, tight core, bent knees, bent waist, about knee level, and same idea. Throw those elbows back, just as high as you can. And again, that'll just really bite into those lats really good. And pretty soon you'll get what they call the mind-muscle connection, where you can really, you know, pull through those muscles that you're actually trying to use. And if it doesn't happen right away, don't worry about it. It took me a long time with certain kinds of rows, certain shoulder exercises. I mean, it's like I would do them, but I wouldn't really feel them, or I wouldn't feel them where I was supposed to. And you know, you just gotta do it until it happens, because that's how it works. You know, you can't fake it, you can't trick it. You just gotta keep doing it until it clicks. Don't get frustrated. You know, you just keep doing it until it clicks. So, fancy camera work. Turn around here. Now we got a dumbbell, and we have some of this great Walmart equipment. Good old Walmart, right? So, I call this a landmine attachment right here, which is, you know, like 20 bucks from Walmart. And I'm not really using this handle, but it was also like 20 bucks from Walmart for doing like T-bar row stuff. But for now, we're going to do what they call a Meadow row. It's named after John Meadows, bodybuilder who passed away, who was just super smart, super helpful, all about teaching people how to lift. So this is almost like a one-arm version, but again, because of just differences in the angle and that it's from a fixed position, it's going to hit the lat again in a totally different way. It's the same idea. Big breath, bend over. You can brace on one knee if you want. Just remember to be symmetrical when you switch sides to do your other arm. Just really trying to throw that elbow up as high as you can. Then we'll switch sides, same routine. Cool. So, I mean, that's already 3 variations in, and obviously we're in this prison gym of just random stuff. This isn't a fancy place with all kind of machines and all whatnot. I mean, we've already done 3 different variations of a lat row, and then there's, you know, this dumbbell version. Not my favorite, but it works. I mean, you know, I'm not going to argue with it. But we want to do the same thing. This time, instead of bracing on our leg, we'll brace on the bench. So again, you want to kind of make it symmetrical, so that way when you switch sides, you know, you're kind of doing the same thing. Remember, hand is just for holding. Pull through the elbow. My brother calls this the lawnmower pull. It's like you're trying to start that lawnmower and it just doesn't want to start. So you do it, and you do it, and you do it. And bam, there it goes. Mow some grass. Cool. That's 4. Now, just for kicks, we'll do the T-bar row, because if you, again, go to Walmart and spend like 40 bucks, you know, you can have some of these attachments for just a basic Olympic bar. So T-bar is going to be a very narrow grip compared to a lot of what we've been doing. And again, same thing. You're going to just get yourself centered over the bar, deep breath, bend the knees, bend the waist, pull those elbows up behind you. Again, different angle, you'll feel it in a different place, and it just works so well back workout. Obviously, you want more weight. We're doing 2 hands versus 1 on something like that. But anyway, there's some just different things you can do for some rowing, lat work, back work. So yeah, I mean, go out and have a good day if you want to and work out.